All right, so hello everyone. This is Monsef Afqer, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. Happy to have you with us, whether on the live call or on the replay. And also really excited that Laura Evenson is with us for the first time on the call. Really excited about what we'll be experiencing with her and also about what she will be sharing. Because I feel the subject, it's really important because we've been seeing recently, we feel the shift, we feel the energy shifting, but also at the same time, that the energies that are supporting us to connect to our true self, to move forward, to grow. But at the same time, we feel like some old things show up in the surface and make the experience maybe sometimes challenging. Sometimes we remember those patterns that we experience in these lifetimes, but at other times it's something that comes from past life. So we will be talking about that. We will be sharing about that and how these it's how to say, it's like parallel timelines or mirrored timelines that show up for us, and they are here for us to, like, for completion, to approach them in a different way. So yeah, so we'll be sharing about that, and also how can we integrate our gifts and wisdom from parallel realities, so we can experience more clarity, more empowerment, and moving forward in our path. So yeah, and also we'll have a Q&A where Laura will answer your questions, and we'll offer also one-on-one readings live on the show. For that, you can raise your hand by pressing react or reaction on Zoom, then raise hand. You can also press *9 on your phone to raise your hand, and also you can type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And for those of you who are new to Laura, she is a multidimensional quantum intuitive healer, guided by spirit to heal ancestral lines and activate mirrored timelines ready for completion. Through perceiving threads of light within the energetic body, she helps dissolve ancestral and soul imprints, restoring wholeness and empowered embodiments. And Laura is a spiritual medium, elite certified Akashic Records reader, certified Wayfinder Master Life Coach, and ICF certified. So yeah, so with that, Laura, welcome to the show. Very happy to have you with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Wonderful. So yeah, I gave a brief introduction, but I would love if you can tell us more about yourself and also the work you are offering.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start kind of far back. I was always a really highly sensitive kid. And so my journey, I feel like, started back then when, I was told that I was being too sensitive a lot. And I was one of those kids that was told to stop crying. And, as I grew older, I continued to be very uncomfortable with people's energy because when they were stressed or angry, I felt it very deeply. And I just wanted them to, I wanted to get them back to a happier place. And so as I grew older, that just turned into more people pleasing. And then finally, when I was married, I married into the military, and it was still very externally focused. I was very focused on other people. And after 20 years of being in the military, my husband retired and was working a civilian job and just working all the time. And at the same time, my kids were becoming more independent. And all of a sudden, I found myself in this space where I had to look at myself And I hadn't looked at myself for a very long time. And so I began searching for fulfillment, and I found life coach training. And what I loved about it was that all of these things that I had been told were kind of my personality defects or I was criticized for, um, they found, were valuable. And I started to look at myself differently. And so I started life coaching and thought it was the end all be all. And then come to find out it wasn't, because I randomly just, well, it's not random because it was probably divinely timed, but I found the Akashic records and I just had a huge awakening, and my work developed from there, going through certifications to read other people's Akashic records, and then into now where I'm, seeing spirit and communicating with them, and doing ancestral healing and all of the other things. So that's how I got here.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much for that introduction. And yeah, also, how do you work like with your clients one-on-one? So just they can have an idea about what you are offering
Um,
in
do you mean
general.
in general? We meet on Zoom. Is that what you're referring to? They sign
I
up.
mean the kind of like support or guidance they can receive from you or healing.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
So really, what's been happening consistently is that as I meet with somebody, there will be a spirit that shows up, and I'm able to communicate with that spirit and find out who they are and why they're there. And so that happens right at the beginning of our session usually. And the interesting thing that I was not expecting was that sometimes the spirit was from the present life, somebody who had passed away. But most times the spirits that are showing up are from a past life.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the spirits that are bringing the mirrored timelines forward.
Yeah. Beautiful. And and talking about the mirrored timelines and parallel wisdom. So I would love if you can tell us more about that and how does it manifest in the physical reality? How do we experience that?
Yeah. What I noticed in my sessions is that um, the past life that was shared was mirroring their present life. So, and it seemed to come when the person was having, they were like in the middle of a transitional period or having a lot of growth, and they started resonating with it. They became an energetic match, and so that story was brought in for them to it was brought into their awareness so that they could move forward and complete that cycle that their soul had been wanting for such a long time.
So those kind of experiences, they are coming for completion, so we can approach them differently. But also sometimes they feel like very, very real, and they feel like, how to say, it's like our whole focus go toward them instead of keep moving forward and focusing on the light. So what would be your advice? How can we approach those situations?
So do you mean the situation of the...
Like if it's something like a node pattern from either past life or from earlier this lifetime that we didn't fully let go of, and it's still coming up to the surface. Sometimes it feels like this was like something that we already dealt with, but still it can come up again.
Exactly. It's like there's so many different patterns that come up. There's past life patterns that they'll keep coming up until we actually face them and move through them. And so, this is another example. It's just a little different in the sense of um, it's something that was not completed in a past life, having to do with some type of purpose that you wanted. And now it's reflecting into your life now because you are ready. You're ready to go deeper, and you're ready to complete whatever mission it was that you wanted to complete. So I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, it does. So it can show up as different way. Like you said, it's not necessarily a pattern that needs to be healed, but also maybe we can tap into gifts, or maybe completing, like you said, a purpose from a previous lifetime. And so tapping into those gifts. So how can we become aware of that, and how can we like embody those gifts from other lifetimes or parallel realities, and bring them into this reality we're experiencing right now?
Well, it's been interesting because usually within the sessions, the first thing that happens is that the soul will bring in, or the spirit will bring in an aspect of you that you weren't aware of. And they do that through showing you part of a past life where you were actually, for example, really brave. And maybe you were using your voice at a time where it was actually really dangerous to do so, but you did it anyway. And when you hear the truth of who you are, it resonates. And there's a thread within you, a thread of light that ignites, and it shifts you in a certain way. It changes you. And so that's really the first thing that comes in, and it's like a stepping stone. And sometimes that leads right to the mirrored timeline, but other times there are people who need to do some ancestral healing, maybe for their entire ancestral line, and then they'll begin to resonate with a mirrored timeline at that time. So there's a lot of different things coming in to help that person kind of rise up, so that they can deepen their soul's experience and complete that cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's, as we said, sometimes it's because we imagine it is like tapping into those parallel, as you say, parallel wisdoms, or parallel timelines, and accessing those gifts. It feels like something that needs efforts and can be complicated, but sometimes it's just feeling the energy, and it can happen on an instant, and it can shift the way we experience our life. So does it happen that way, or does it help to have like a kind of process, like a practice that we experience every day, so it can help us to connect more deeply to those aspects?
So are you talking about like the
Accessing the parallel, like parallel wisdom or gifts, yeah, from different lifetimes?
Yeah, what it does is it brings closure to something that your whole system has been hanging on to. And when it does that, it releases energy, and you have a newfound clarity so that your soul can move forward in a brand new way. So there are all of these new opportunities and perspectives open up for you. So that's really the reason why you would want to, you know, continue to complete cycles and to heal things that continue to repeat the patterns. I don't know, like, not carrying grief, let's say, from lifetime to lifetime. And then once you finally heal that, you release all of that heaviness. So it's really about becoming more and more of who you truly are, becoming closer to source, as you release all of the heavy things and work through um, what it is your soul is wanting to work through.
Yeah. Beautiful. And how can we recognize or differentiate between, for example, a pattern or heaviness or some grief that is coming from this lifetime or from another? Because also sometimes we can experience some challenges, but we don't understand why we are feeling that way. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be really confusing, and the only way to have the awareness of what is needed for yourself is to do the healing work, do all the things that we know to do, meditate. A lot comes in, a lot of guidance comes in when you meditate. And a lot of our issues come up as we have relationships with people. We can continue in cycles of, reacting in a certain way that we don't want to, or cycles of anger. So it's really noticing what is coming up in your life that doesn't feel good, and then working through that until it releases, and that you find peace with it. And so, spirit makes it, talking to spirit and having these sessions makes it a little easier, because they're bringing things forward that are useful in your life right now. And that's why they're coming to you with it. They want you to have the experience that your soul has been wanting for a long time, or they want you to release something that you've been holding that isn't helping you move forward. So it's kind of a shortcut when you have a session like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. And also I remember that you wanted to do heart opening activation. You wanted to do it in the beginning. Do you feel maybe it's the right time to do it right now, or would you like to talk more about this?
Yeah, I think it would be a great time just to help everybody get a little grounded. And there's a lot of energy here for sure, so it would help me too. So I'll go ahead and go into that. Okay. If everyone just wants to get comfortable in a seated position, or if it's available, you can also lie down, and go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, and in through the nose and out through the mouth. And on that next inhale, breathe into your heart and imagine that it's expanding past your body. And as you continue to breathe, continue to expand it out into the room that you're in. And now expand it out, filling up the house or building that you're in. And just allow it to continue to expand out past the earth. And just feel that space and feel your heart expanded. And now imagine that there are these beautiful, vibrant threads of light coming into your heart. And there's one particular thread that is lighting up. And just see if you can sense the color of that thread. You may be able to see it visually, but if you can't, just allow the color to drop in, because these threads are intelligent and they're bringing you exactly what you need in this moment. Whether that's safety or courage, whether it's worthiness or enoughness. These threads are bringing exactly what you need, filling that empty space. And igniting you with unconditional love, filling up every cell of your body. And now I want you to imagine that you're bringing all of this heart energy back into your heart space. And take a nice deep breath in and exhale it down through your body, down through your legs, and down into the earth, all the way down to the crystalline core of the earth, asking her to hold you and anchor you within this practice, within this space. And for the rest of the day or evening, wherever you're at. Thanking all of the loved ones, all of the spirits showing up for you tonight. And sending gratitude and love for the guidance and messages that they bring. And now you can start wiggling your fingers and toes, stretch your neck, whatever feels good. And you can come back to the present moment. Yeah, that was helpful for me. I don't know how the rest of you feel, but I needed that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it felt like more like centering, more grounding,
Yeah.
and feeling more present in the moment. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Good.
that.
You're welcome.
And so do we receive questions from the audience?
Sure.
Okay. So again, everyone, if you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand by pressing react or reaction, then raise hand. And also you can type your question on the chat box, whether on Zoom or YouTube. And Don Shirat, it was helpful. Thank you. All right, so can you please unmute yourself? Sue? Yes.
Hello. Hi, Mana
Hello.
Seth.
Hi,
Hello,
Sue.
hello, Laura. My name is Sue. Thank you for
Hi.
taking my call.
Absolutely.
The spirit, like you said, spirit connects. What? I'm missing a piece of something right now. I'm going through a very traumatic time and a clearing and everything else. But I still feel like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle, and I just can't figure out what it is. Something is just in my way.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it feels like things are really unclear. I'm seeing it's like usually I'll see some clear shapes with color, and yours are really blurry, but there's a stream of golden light, which is telling me you have so much strength, like you have so much personal power, and they don't want you to forget about this power that you hold within you. There's a lot of there's a shadow line coming in. There's a lot of the shadow lines actually as big as the your line of sovereignty. And so they're asking you to, they're actually working on dissolving your self-doubt right now. Okay. So that line of sovereignty can shine brighter. So it's, they're basically giving me a message like everything's going to be okay. Just remember how powerful you are and stand in your power. And I hope that resonated, Sue.
Yes, because right now I'm having the issue of almost like trusting, and that you're right, that's where the doubt comes in. Because my heart is feeling one way, but yet when I'm in this reality, it's a different way, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. So it sounds like you know who you are, but there are things coming in your life that are creating that doubt. And so just remembering that power that you hold will allow you to move through this in a more powerful way.
Okay, so I have to get rid of the doubt and just trust in the process.
Right.
That makes
trust
sense.
In yourself. And
that's the problem. I don't trust me. That's the problem. You're right. That's where the doubt comes in. Is that like from a past life, or is it just in the present life that this is happening?
Let me ask.
Is it just in the present?
They're saying it's actually from your present life, but I'm still really seeing that bright line of golden light.
Yes, that's the color I'm seeing now is gold. Like my whole I'm sitting in is gold.
So it's really about igniting that power in your solar plexus. So do you do meditation, Sue, or do you have a spiritual?
I do. So I work with the crystals. I do meditation. I do see spirit. I do see the angels. Those are my gifts. I think what's scared me was I think it might have been me. Like I saw an angel, big with a big brown coat on, but the face was blurred out. And I went, ooh, okay. And somehow I got the feeling that was me, like as an earth angel. but I couldn't see my face. I was blurred out. And she has appeared twice now. And it's like, well, who are you? And yet they say, you know. So maybe that's just me with, like you said, not trusting and doubting. I've had that experience now, like the last 2 weeks, about 3 times.
Yeah, it's, we all have those moments of doubt in this work. And I think, if you can ask your ego and your self-doubt to step aside. I have a lot of creative ways of doing that. They would sound silly, but it's kind of like have them, imagine your ego and your self-doubt playing a game or something silly but simple, and just tell them that you've got this, and that will allow you to move forward doing your work without pulling you back into second guessing yourself.
Okay.
Try that. And if you want more guidance, we could definitely have a session together if you're interested, or if you have questions. I also have a curiosity call that I could answer a few questions for you too.
Oh, thank you. That would help. Yeah, because it's actually been a very great day, and like I said, I just have to, like you said, I have to trust in myself right now, and I'm not doing that. I know that's a lot of the issue, the doubt.
Yeah. So just get creative about with your imagination of how to kind of busy your self-doubt or your fears, or ask your ego to step aside and just let them know you've got it, that you've got this, and they can relax.
Thank you. Just one last question. Could doubt be holding me back on a physical recovery, in a physical sense of the body?
Yeah, I'm getting yes.
Okay. Now I know where I'm messing myself up. Okay.
Yeah, and we could work through that too.
Got it. Thank you. You gave me the information that I was stuck with, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But you just answered the most important question.
Okay, good. Well, if you need help clearing anything, we can work on that too. So let me know.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Questions too.
Thank you, and blessings to you.
You too.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated, and lots of love.
You too.
Thank you, Manaseth, picking me, and another very healing session tonight. Thank you, and lots of love to you, and blessings.
Yeah, thank you, Sue. Much love, and also thank you very much, Laura, for the guidance and support. And let's see, we have a question from Laura on YouTube. Same as Sue, I feel I'm missing a few pieces of the puzzle. Any insights into what to release, please?
Okay. Thank you for your question, Laura. I'm just gonna see what I'm seeing here. So for you, I'm seeing a lot of red, which has to do with your root chakra, and it's having to do with safety. And then there was a bright pink line coming through, and that's having to do with your heart chakra. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. So the question was, can you repeat the question, Mansa?
She also feel missing pieces of the puzzle and any insights into what to release.
What to release? Okay. So for you, what's coming in is grief. And I'm not sure, I'm just asking if that's from this life or a past life. No, it's from a past life, is what they're saying. So it's actually something that you've been carrying for many, many lifetimes, and it would be really beneficial for you to release that. That's really heavy. And I actually, I had that experience myself. I had a past life come in and where I was carrying a lot of grief. And when I released that, it shifted so much for me. So, yeah, if you are interested in working on that, I would definitely be open to helping you with that. Otherwise, just holding the intention in meditation and or in your spiritual practices to, have them bring something forward for you in regard to how to heal. I would say, just holding the intention even before you sleep to get some type of guidance around that.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Laura,
Yeah.
for the guidance.
I hope that resonates, Laura. Thank you for the question.
She wrote, wow, is this ancient?
Is it ancient?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask here. Yeah, so what's coming in, and now there's a line of gold across the red. It is actually having to do with it is ancient, and it has to do with Egypt. That's what they're telling me.
Yeah, thank you. She wrote, lovely, thanking you both very much.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura. Beautiful. And so yeah, you've been talking about the one-on-one sessions, and you are offering threads of light sessions to our audience here on the show. And as part of package, which includes one-on-one 45 minutes multidimensional reading, and also there are 2 healing activations. And I invite everyone to follow us on the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura31, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura and number 31. Laura, Laura, and number 31. So yeah, so Laura, I would love if you can tell us about this program we are offering.
Yeah, so Threads of Light, those are the sessions that I see threads of light like I was seeing when I was speaking to the callers, which have to do with your energy centers, your chakras. And then, some of them are showing up thicker or thinner, and it just tells me what's needed, like whether that system is healthy or whether there's a block, something like that. And then I've seen lines of self-doubt where the threads of light kind of overlay it and start to dissolve it right there in the session. And then also the spirit comes in and brings different aspects of you to the forefront that is empowering. So it's a combination of healing and empowerment through spirit, threads of light, looking at past lives, possibly bringing in mirrored timelines. But the beauty of the sessions is that there's we don't know exactly what's going to happen, because what comes in is what is needed for you in that moment. So I invite everyone to experience it at this discounted price. I would love to meet you and work with you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much, Laura, for offering this session. And also, you are offering two activations, cleansing and clearing. And the other one is vortex of wisdom. Would you like to talk about those as well?
Yeah, I can say quickly. The cleansing and clearing helps you release any heaviness that you're carrying. And the vortex of wisdom is working with archangels to change your perspectives into it's like changing smaller human perspectives into broader, more divine perspectives of your life. And so it just helps you to see things differently.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura. Very grateful to you for offering the session, being available to our audience, and also the activations. And we have Konoha, she just wrote, or they just wrote, I have had sessions with Laura. She reveals so much in a very short period of time. What she has shared has been pivotal to the deeper healing I have experienced recently. Love you, Laura. So grateful to you or for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And it's my honor, and it's so humbling to be able to witness these beautiful healings and this work that's happening through me, the healing energy that comes through. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for the feedback. And again, thank you, Laura, for being available to our audience. And so everyone, I invite you to sign up for the session and also receive the activations on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura31, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laura and number 31. LAURA and then number 31. The link is also on YouTube video description, and I put it on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And so Laura, before completing this session, would you like to share any message with our audience?
I just want everyone to know that they have all of these gifts within them. And, sometimes we think, mediums or healers, have things that maybe we don't have inside of ourselves. And I think if you allow yourself to just open up to the possibilities, that you'll find your spiritual gifts as well. And everybody has them. So I'd encourage you to open up to those. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you mentioned earlier, Jusu, it's like having more trust in ourselves, in our abilities.
Exactly.
And it will like open the door to embody more of those gifts. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a feedback, Doug or Duke. This has been fantastic, so inspiring. Thank you, Monsef and Laura.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, and Andre is here. Great message, she wrote. Thank you, Anne. So thank you again, Laura. So grateful to you for everything you shared. Really loved the call and the energy today. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. And thank you, everyone, for showing up.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us today, whether on the live call or the replay. Thank you for your presence, for the questions, for the comments. So with that, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye for now.